If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel.
If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel.
Welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, the Innkeeper, and this is our live call and talk show all about the Wheel of Time. Does it feel like we've been doing this for almost 3 years? Because we have. You're back tonight because the Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime has not released any more Season 2 news. So we're back to talk about Season 1. That's right. We're back to break down Episode 1. If you recall, we were doing a live adaptation of the TV show with my friends, Mary, Todd, and Natalia. So what do you know? I brought them back, and let me welcome them to the show. Mary, Todd, and Natalia, how y'all doing?
Hey.
I love the excitement. You guys are, yeah. We actually had a lot of fun doing this last time. This is the process if you're watching the show right now, everybody. We're going to watch a scene from Season 1. We're going to pick up where we left off, which is when Nynaeve basically tells Perrin, go home to your wife. That's basically what she says. And we're going to start there in that scene, and we're going to watch it and stop and talk about that scene, whether or not we liked it, didn't like it as part of this adaptation. How did Rafe and his team do here? If we keep it, cut it, or change it. And then those of you in the audience get to actually vote on that and help us decide if this is a scene that should stay in the show or go. So that's how this is working. Before we jump into that, though, I want to note these 3 pieces of leather work. Amazing leather. I'm going to try to grab this and try not to knock stuff over. It's not good. Okay, there we go. I found it. That was really bad.
He practiced this before we started.
I did not practice this. This is probably my favorite. Trian is amazing. Just fellow Watt geek with major leatherworking skills. And created these, does not sell them. Please do not ask Trian to sell these. That's not the intent here. Just love of fandom. And this is Lan's bracer. Honestly, like if you go look at the show, I feel like this is like dead on. This is just amazing. This is going to go to the winner. One of these 3 pieces, I guess, that we'll let the winner choose, of the Wheel of Time Song Parody Challenge, which you still have 7 more days, I think. 7 or 8 more days to enter. We have over 16 submissions. I can't remember how many we have, but that means we will do 2 shows. Expect those to be somewhere maybe the 2nd week of April. Hopefully by next week, I'll have my life put together, and I'll do an announcement show of like all the shows coming up. I keep on threatening that, but it just hasn't worked out. So it's going to happen. Okay, are y'all ready for this? Ready to jump back into this? Yeah. Mary, you are clearly loving life outdoors right now. There's a lot of people with cold weather that are hating you a bit, but that's okay.
Well,
okay.
I will burn for you.
Yeah, exactly. let's do this. If you recall, again, we're just going to watch the scene together. Feel free among my guests to comment as things are happening, and I'll pause at the end of this scene, and we'll get into it. I see everybody in chat. Thanks for being here, everybody. Oh, let me get Taylor in here. 1 second. Taylor, do you hear this? I need to have Taylor do something for me. 1 second. While we wait for Taylor to get back here to the Dusty Wheel Inn. He's off running an errand, apparently. Let me ask you, Natalia, from the last time we did this, what was your favorite part of actually breaking these scenes down? And do you remember like what we either cut or kept?
I remember what we kept. I barely remember what we cut.
I remember at the very end, I said, what have you loved of this? And you're like, everything.
All of the things.
All the things. You loved every single thing we did. Taylor, can you take us off social media? Yeah. So if you're watching us on Twitter, Facebook, or Twitch, this is your last call to come join us on YouTube. So come over here. This is just kind of a little sneak peek into this episode. You can watch the rest over here. You just got to jump over, look up the Dusty Wheel on YouTube, and you can do this live breakdown with us. You can vote in chat, and also you can get a chance to win a Dusty Wheel mug at the end of this. And we have the call lines. We'll see if we open them and bring a caller in. You know, we sometimes throw a last-minute caller in. That's kind of fun. So are we good to go, Taylor? Yes, you are. Okay. Excellent. Thank you all for sticking around here. Don't go anywhere, those of you on YouTube. And then, like I said, let's watch this clip together. I got it there.
Give Egwene my best.
This is actually one of my favorite scenes of this episode. I heard an ugh.
What are you doing in here? Everyone is at the inn. They said you didn't even go to her ceremony.
This one scene created so many theories.
I know.
Okay, so let's talk about it. There's Perrin and his wife, Layla. And this was, obviously for 2 years we talked about this was kind of a controversial idea that Perrin was going to be married. And here they are, and I heard us on lots of Uggs. Okay, was that you first, Mary? Did you have the first Ugg on this one? Let me go to you. What do you think about this scene itself before we determine if we're going to keep it, cut it, modify it? Yeah, he was just told to go home to his wife in this moment. What did you think about what you saw there?
I remember seeing this the first time and then the second time and the third time. And no offense at all to the actress who plays Layla. It's Helena Westerman.
I love Helena.
Helena. Okay. I think she did a wonderful job, but I always said if Perrin was married, that would be a deal breaker for me for this. And and then they went and did it.
13 minutes in. There you go.
Oh, not a fan.
Interesting. So I've actually come to enjoy this more after, like in the moment of, I was like, Perrin married. It took a while as a book fan to get used to this idea. But I like all the nuance of the scene itself. I like that she's working in the forge too. I like that he's coming up there to her, and they have whatever that is. You know, she's grabbing his finger there. I like that they put some detail into what's clearly a relationship that I actually believe this relationship. Todd, was it a believable relationship to you?
Can I just go for it? The pregnant dark friend.
Oh yeah, you want to? Can I just? Honestly, when Todd,
let's just sling it all out there.
When Todd says, "Can I just go for it?" I'm always like, I have zero concept of where you're going, man.
Yes.
So yes, go for it, Todd.
Me and Mary agree. Is that make notes because this doesn't happen very often. But I'm agreeing with Mary. I not a fan. Just not a fan. I've seen it.
You mean of the choice itself to create this relationship, or of the way the relationship was portrayed?
I mean, I've thought about whether I could have dealt with it if it was like a boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing. I think I could have handled that a little bit better, maybe. But I don't like Perrin married. To me, it without ruining stuff later on, it ruins stuff later on.
Okay,
But he doesn't stay married for long, guys. I mean, like,
wow.
That doesn't make it better, though.
Wow.
No,
It
it
really
doesn't.
doesn't make it better.
Ouch,
I am
yeah.
not a fan of love triangles. I hate that trope. And it was like, it was.
I mean, the
not only
trope's
was
in the
he
book.
married-
The
Don't
trope is
catch
in the
me
book.
defending-
So
it is not.
hate Jordan for putting it in the book.
No,
it's in the
I
book.
have a
No,
lot-
there's
It's
no
l-
Perrin and Egwene
it-
subtext.
it's in
Screw
the-
that.
No, it's not.
That's BS. There is.
No, there's not.
No,
There is
they
the
are
subtext-
platonic friends. They are. No,
They are
that's crap.
platonic friends in the show. I absolutely believe they are platonic friends in the show. I do not believe for a moment in the idea that Rand believed at the end of season 1 that there was actually like that Perrin had similar feelings as Rand does for Egwene. I don't believe that for a moment. I believe
Sorry.
that Rand pushed that argument. I don't believe that Perrin feels the same way Rand feels for Egwene.
I really need to just be very, very clear here. We are talking about the TV show
Yes.
and not the books.
In this, what I just said, yes. Yes.
I'm not touching the books. I'm not going there because I have a better case to be made for relationships not being set up well. We'll get there.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so let me before we do this, we're gonna like I said, for those of you who are watching, we talk about keeping or cutting or modifying a scene. I want to answer this poll. 146 of you answered the pre-show poll, which was, how bored are you with the lack of season 2 Wheel of Time news? As bored as ... Elaine in a bathtub, Perrin looking for Fail, Matt in Sindhal, or Rand in a box. And the winner is, have you seen this poll yet, Natalia? Do you know what the answer is? Okay, what do you think won that? Elaine in a bathtub, Perrin looking for Fail, Matt in Sindhal, or Rand in a box?
Perrin looking for Fail.
Yeah, I guess we all knew that. 43% of you voted for Perrin looking for Fail.
And I love Fail.
That's a note to our friends on the Wheel of Time TV show there.
Don't do that.
People are bored.
So
People
just
are
out
bored
of
with the absence of news. Yeah, Todd, go ahead.
because I've got music in my head. Has anybody done a Rand in the box?
Alice in Chains.
Yeah, has anybody done that for the?
The
For the
It's
Perrin-
yours
music-
for free.
Oh, I
Todd's
have no
giving
idea.
it to you.
Oh, no. Matt's heard
Okay.
me sing.
What
We
would you
don't-
do? What would you do with the 9th scene? We're calling it the 9th scene, everybody. Don't count them and then that's the 7.5 scene. I don't care. That's our 9th scene. The last one was the 8th scene. What would be the 9th scene of episode 1?
Complicated.
Of
I don't
the
think we
Wheel
can
of
keep
Time.
or cut. I don't think we can make it as simple as that.
I do.
Yep, I do too.
Okay, so I want to ask our audience here. Look, this is the deal. How should we? Because this is when we live adapt, I can clearly know what our panelists are feeling right now, which is I want to cut this relationship out. The scene itself, I don't know if I don't want to go down the road where we're just cutting complete relationships out of their version of it. I feel like we have to talk about the scene itself. So stick with the scene, not the overall plot, is my point. So when it comes to keeping or cutting or modifying this scene, Natalia, what would you do with it?
Keep it because I think it's a puzzle piece in a bigger. It's a puzzle piece, and I think we need it for future. And I think that they ruined Perrin, and the only way to get our boy back is to make sure that she is a total and utter dark friend and make it not matter. Then why did you do it? I don't know, but that's the only way you can fix it. They broke Perrin.
Okay. Todd, where you at?
Cut it. Do away with it.
I knew
Get rid of
no
it.
matter my instruction on this, you're like, I'm still cutting it. They can
cut
have
it.
the plot. I just never want to see it.
Nope.
How would
I
you do it, Mary? What would you do?
I might accidentally throw an axe at it.
Okay. I knew we weren't going to go very far with
Are-
this crew talking about this.
Are we supposed to follow
Um,
rules or something? I mean,
But
No,
I
see-
feel like I'm the apologist, and I don't like the
No.
idea that he's married either. To be real clear.
Yes. I mean, the overall, the scene is pretty. I love the forge. I love the details. I love the I just don't like the idea of Perrin with a wife. I mean, business partner, sibling, cousin. There were so many other ways to do it. Well, they're not that. I guess they are that far back.
Well, this one doesn't actually. It doesn't actually matter what we all pick because those of you voting get to actually choose what happens with this. So you might disagree with us about what it is, but I agree with Andrew here. I want to see more blacksmithing. Give us more blacksmithing. That is what we need. Okay. So the next scene, while people vote on this scene, again, if you want to vote, jump onto YouTube and make sure you're signed in. Jump into chat and you can vote along with us. This was, I was not surprised. This was a little bit controversial. I knew how much you guys loved that scene. So, okay. This next scene, oh man, there's a couple scenes right in a row. This is gonna be fun. So let's get back into it, everybody. Here. And
no.
You're already sensing it? Okay, here we go.
Mum, what are you doing here?
Same thing as anyone else.
Where's Dad?
The hotel with him. Prick.
Who's with the girl?
Wow, you guys are such book
Pig! Come on, I want to go home, Mum.
I will go wherever I
Please.
want.
Lassie, is Mum sick again?
Fine.
She's all right. All right.
Juliet Howland does an amazing job here, by the way.
You're going to be just like your
So well
dad.
done.
I know it.
Yeah, Bane and Chia just put like a broken heart
Like him.
chat. Just yeah.
Hey. How about you two sleep with me tonight? Instead of Mum and Dad, yeah? Good. Come on then.
I saw my first justice for Abel in the chat. Okay, that was scene 10. Okay. Let me come back to you. We'll start with you, Todd, on this one. Well, actually, before we do that, let me go to the last scene. About 100 of you voted on this one. What would you do with the 9th scene of episode of The Wheel of Time? Keep it, cut it, or change it? Wow. That was really close, actually. If anyone more wants to vote, you have a chance to change things. It's 36%. Keep it, 36%. Cut it, 28%. Change it. Let's see what this one actually shows. Oh, cut it is the winner, 36% over 35%. So the last, yeah, there were 3 votes that came in right at the end there. Okay, so that is what our audience here of hardcore fan freaks. Look, when there's no news and we're like a year out from the season, you know that it's just the pure ridiculous geeks that are sitting in chat voting on the stuff with us. So exactly, our people. Thank you very much for being here tonight. So, okay, this latest scene with Matt, Todd, go for it.
Okay, look, this is a very well acted scene. I'll give them that. I like that about it. But oh my God, we didn't need Natty this way. We don't need Abel this way. We don't need Matt acting this way. This is not something that should have been in here. This is destroying. I mean, Natalia was saying earlier that they ruined Perrin. This is where they started ruining Matt. This Matt just dove off the cliff right here. And I mean, I don't know if it was all Barney. It's all Barney later, but as of right now, it's just we didn't need this. It doesn't need to happen. We don't need to see this going on in Emmons Field. I just don't think it's
such a purist. Such a purist. Okay, I
just ruined. If it didn't ruin, if they could have done this where they didn't ruin the Cothans, then they turned them into the Congers and Coplans, and I just don't see it.
There's so much angst about that. I don't know. I what I mean is, I just don't find Abel Cawthon like a main character of the Wheel of Time that I get up in arms about. So
But
it's
see-
like I just don't.
Romance, boys.
I don't feel it as much as some do. Like the justice for Abel is always caught me off guard. I'm like, if there were ever characters they were going to change to try to create some kind of show, don't tell, and give Matt like rationales that we don't have to like build into the plot later on as he goes and journeys, and actually kind of feel like you know a character, why not pick his family that you're not actually, if you really believed this, didn't talk about the Cothins at all for 20 years on forums until the TV show like did him raw, and then everyone's like, I don't know. If you were gonna pick some
Because he's
characters,
the
I would pick
one.
them.
Because Abel is the one who taught Matt about horses and taught Matt about fighting and taught Matt how
Sure.
to.
But how do you know he?
and-
But how do you know he hasn't taught him about horses? Like you see him, you see one moment.
You don't want
in
him to have
time.
taught Matt.
I don't want
But you,
because
but you know that's not true. That's totally not true. Like,
I'm sorry, I don't want that piece of crap
Oh,
to have
man.
had anything to do with my Matt.
again, like the moment in time that they give us does not take away potentially things that they'll use for Matt later on. So I'm just saying, but I get it. No one wants any character
need
to
Dark
have
Matt.
any character flaws. I get it. So, Mary, how do you feel about this?
I'm going to take the role of Natalia here, and I didn't mind it actually. I was, and maybe it's because I wasn't as engaged or invested in Natty and Abel in the books. They were awesome in the books, but there wasn't a lot of depth to them, and I like the fact that Emmonsfield is not this bucolic paradise, that it has small town drama. This is a little over the top, but this whole backstory of Matt having to take care of his sisters because his parents can't take care of themselves, let alone kids, made me like Matt. And Matt's not really one of my favorite characters, so I was fine with it.
There's a part where they have the Beltane, or the evening before, I think it was on the day of Beltane, where they're doing the lantern ceremony. Is that night? And you do see Natty like crying as they put a lantern into the water. So yeah, again, I don't know if they're trying to kind of allude to some loss here that is significant to the both of them. That they're mourning, if you will. But yeah, I get it. I'm giving those of you that don't like it a hard time. I think any change from the book, any change to the book is shocking, if you will. Although I will note in chat, at least 102 people have voted. I asked the question, justice for Abel, and yes was the first question, and then Abel who was the second one. Abel who has 53%. So I get it. It's and maybe that's an interesting point. Will they make Matt? Do you think they're taking some of those things away from Matt, like the whole like horse knowledge side of things? In other words, is that just something where like it's not significant enough, we're not going to like focus on it?
But it's not. In terms of a TV show, it's not. In
Right.
terms of a book series, absolutely it comes into play. In terms of a TV show, this is good for character and bad for my heart.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Oh yeah, that's it. Well done, Natalia. That was man. Okay,
must read.
keep it, cut it, or change it, modify it. I don't know, whatever. I'll change it since I used change it. What would you do with the 10th scene of episode? Did I really miss episode 1 last time with my question? Anyway, episode 1 of the Wheel of Time. Here we go. Let's ask our community here. And then I feel like I already know what your answers are in this one. I feel like you don't have to like say it. Yeah, I mean, part of me, as a book fan, part of me is like, man, did you need to go that far? But yeah, maybe maybe I would have. There's the lesser drama, the less, or the fewer people that have kept watching and or been interested. I have no idea. I kind of wonder. We don't have that of like the non-book fans, what they felt about Matt's. All of you are book fans here. I'm kind of curious if there's anyone in chat that didn't read the books first and saw the show first, and how they felt about these characters. That's gonna be interesting. So, okay.
Matt is on the bottom 3, if you ask.
Yeah. By the way, oh yeah. Okay. This is interesting. This one's different. The vote's turning out different from this one than the Perrin one that we just had. So Let me go on to scene 11. Here we go. Everyone, you can vote on that. Again, like I said, we might open up the call lines here, talk about this, and take 1 or 2 calls near the end of this. But if you notice, it takes a while to get through this one episode. I don't know how many shows we're going to have. It's going to be like 4 shows per episode. It's going to be ridiculous. But okay.
But we're going to enjoy every moment of it because
Well,
we
we
get to
are.
relive it.
This has already been great. We've like seen like 2 minutes, and this has already been fantastic. Okay, so here we go. The next scene.
Over the lands down mountain, and 2 rivers folk don't have any more need to pay attention now than before. War is just fools killing other fools for foolish causes.
I have to ask you, like, you're given that line to.
They pull the strings of the
them giving
world
that
from
line
the
to
White
her.
Tower. And if one of them's here,
then she'll enjoy bell time tomorrow like the rest of us.
Hey,
Focus
her
on
dad
the
said
party.
something.
Focus on the party. I love it.
Why don't you 2 finish up the dishes? Of course.
Did we lose Natalia?
Nope.
Oh, there's Natalia. She came back.
You've been
Natalia.
avoiding me.
Or biding my time until I could get you alone.
Okay. Can I admit I already don't like this scene?
Why?
I'll explain after.
How'd it
this
go
particular
today?
scene.
You know I can't
It's
talk
me.
about.
You can at least say if it was good or bad.
Love seeing reactions to chat already to this one.
It was good.
Fain and Chiad.
What did they say?
Sorry, it's just I'm thinking about something.
I'm going to be
behind-
singing Tiffany for the rest of the night.
Oh, yeah, exactly. What? Rand and Egwene never kiss.
Yes, please.
You know, my dad said I used to pick baskets of berries to bring to you when I was a kid. Like some lovesick puppy.
Since he repeated that here, I kind of wish they
Sounds
wouldn't have
sweet.
done that line when they walked into town. I'm less, like, I would have rather heard that in this moment.
This line sold her for me for life.
Really?
Yeah, this one right here.
Because I've been in your pocket all day.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe.
That's true. It is funny. That's a funny line. I just his callback to his dad's line when they were walking down the mountain, I was less enthusiastic about. I like it here, actually. Okay. I know you were all like, wait, we need to see that next scene.
We'll get to it.
Okay. If anyone thinks that you'll see that entire scene on this show next, I got something.
Don't.
Another thing coming. This is a family show. Okay. So, what would you do with the 10th scene of episode 1 of The Wheel of Time? Keep it,
11th.
cut it, or change it? That last scene, by the way, is the 10th scene.
11th.
And 50. Are you saying the 11th? Was it the 11th? Did I get it wrong? Are you messing with me?
Yes, 11 was
The
Matt.
one we just watched was.
Oh my gosh, it was the 11th.
It's okay.
What? Wow. It was technically it's not. I just numbered them wrong. That was my bad. 10th, 11th. I started off 9th, 10th. So I already messed up the
Whatever.
Thank you, Mary, for correcting me. So that last scene was 57% said keep it. So that is justice. Everyone's going to be mad about my cut here shortly. Okay. By the way, the scene I have this paused on, it's right in my face.
As it should be.
I mean, I wouldn't be
Jealous.
sorry if I was you, man.
It's so
That's
hilarious.
Valkyrie's ass.
You can see the view I have right now. It's great. It's great.
Objectively beautiful.
Okay, that last scene we just saw. To you, Natalia, what do you think about this moment between Rand and Egwene, and also the kind of build up a little bit where you get the parents and they're like cleaning for like 2 seconds and they're like, "You guys clean up."
I mean, parents be awkward, but
Always.
I really loved it, and the pocket berry is maybe my favorite Egwene moment ever, and really sealed the deal in terms of my everlasting love for her. Also,
Yeah.
I just love that he's a total doof with her.
That's true. Okay, so I will agree to that idea that, by the way, the innkeeper's wife just came in because she wanted to see what I was seeing.
Terry.
That's hilarious. That's a classic moment that none of you saw. Okay, so I agree with that idea that I do like seeing them in a moment there's less anxiety around the relationship and more just kind of, so I would agree with that. I like that aspect of it. I just, when Taylor and I have been kind of going through kind of the cut, it's just a lot of like Rand kind of like, well, tell me, and Rand's need to know all the things, and I get it, but there's just like Rand's anxiety, Rand sitting outside anxious about Egwene, Rand sitting inside anxious about Egwene, Rand's against the wall anxious, now he's cleaning up dishes anxious about what Egwene has to tell him. Anyways, there's a lot of that kind of was like, do we need all of this? Mary, what do you think about this scene?
Well, yeah, there was a lot of broody angst Rand, which gets old. But this scene, I like the interaction with the cleaning with the adults, just kind of bantering lines back and forth, and Marin having the line about fools fighting fools for foolish reasons. I always like that line, so I'm glad that they fit it in. And then Bran is like, well, if the White Tower's here, they're here for the party. He is just like hyper focused on the festival and the party and the money he's probably going to make off of that. So that was kind of, I don't know if I like that about Bran. I thought he was a more mayor character and less of an
worst
innkeeper
casting choice
Yeah.
ever. It enrages me.
Yeah, never trust a skinny innkeeper.
Because he's so skinny. I think if they did not give him. That's the person in this that I would say justice for Bran. That's where I would do something with the character. Like I feel like they did something with Perrin and Layla. You might not like it. I feel like they did something with Matt's parents. You might not like it. I feel like Bran was not there. Like
it wasn't. Yeah.
Like I don't know if they edited it out or what, but I wanted him to be much more present and much more of a remarkable or memorable character. He just wasn't. So, justice for Bran. There we go. That's my hashtag of the night.
So, there is a really good point in chat that their breakup would not have been a breakup if we didn't have scenes like this.
Yes.
There needed to be more of a relationship than what they had in the books because the ending of it is so much more clear in the show.
Okay. I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to agree with that if you don't get all of the other scenes that they do give us after they leave the Two Rivers. I feel like there are scenes between the two of them that do that work. So I feel like coming out of this episode, you didn't need it because it was going to be done later. And you were going to see them have kind of some of those conversations and building up to what comes at the end of season 1. So I totally agree with that, but I feel like they do that work. But
okay,
I could be wrong. Todd, what do you feel about this scene in particular? Wine Spring Inn cleanup, if you will.
I'm going to ruin Natalia's vision here, but if anybody, you ready to name this movie? I've had these gummy bears in my pocket all day, and they're warm and gooey.
Say Ferris.
That's what that reminded me.
You're not the only one.
I don't think we need it. I really don't. I think because, like you said, I agree totally with what you said. This relationship comes up later. This is kind of a scene that's just, to me, thrown in for no particular reason.
Well, the reason. The reason is
to show how lovely Egwene is. Yes. And
no, it's to show how lovely her bare back is. Let's be clear here.
See, that's the interesting thing is I think you just need that other scene. I don't think you need both of them. And I actually don't think you need the mountain scene, but we're getting there. Sorry, I'm gonna get ahead of us. I know I'm terrible. Okay, right. So I want to know then from our audience here, what would you do with the 12th scene? It is the 12th. Sorry, I got our numbering wrong. Wine Spring Inn cleanup of episode 1 of The Wheel of Time. I've had the poll up for there a little bit, so I missed some of the comments here in chat. Let me go. Let me ruin my view for a moment as I minimize a screen or two and see some of the comments here. Disclaimer from Rajesh. I like this. I have been voting keep on all the scenes. Rajesh, you just saying that because maybe the Tweeter of Chaos might be watching? That's what's happening here, isn't it? Yeah, and I get this. This is somewhat true. Episode 1 is the shortest. If we cut, it's 20 minutes. So my question is, what should we add? So there you go. That's a good point. I would have added more about Bran. And maybe Bran and Tam, that would have been a really interesting kind of maybe relationship to have a little bit more of. But Bran as mayor?
We needed to get out.
What was the scene you would do? If you had a Bran scene, which one would you do?
The wagon.
The wagon? Okay.
Yep. Tam and Bran at the wagon with the boys.
Okay. By the way, thanks a lot, Drew. Innkeeper is just so consistently wrong on these things. It's amazing.
It's adorable, though. It's one of the things we like about that.
This is why the website lasted as long as it did.
Oh, it kept us occupied and entertained. That's for sure.
I like being wrong. Something like that. Okay. Well, thank you for your comments, as wrong as they might have been. And the voting is going. Wow. I did not convince many of you at all. Strong signal right now what people want for that scene. So I already saw we don't need to vote on this next scene, but we do need to watch it and vote because that's the name of the game. So here we go, everybody. I can't wait to break everyone's heart here.
Matt. Oh, Matt. Killing me.
That's terrible.
Oh, that was good.
It's upsetting.
You didn't think I was going to do that, did you? I did.
I knew you would do that.
I just waiting for the justice comments. Okay, so I want to know, do you? A lot of. I've heard not a lot of fans, but I've heard some fans mention hey, what's up with land? The warder asking for it to be warmer. Did you think that broke your concept of land when he was warmer?
No.
No.
That's so
people
toxic.
Were really people were he would have sat in cold water and liked it.
That's stupidity.
I just thought it was really that was one of the things to not like the scene that came out of it, this piece.
Oh my God.
Look at that. What is it? I love that whisper there. It's good.
You think about them?
Courtney Finley said, "Oh my gosh, keep it all, slow it down." Oh man, I knew this. You guys will all love that moment, so you're welcome. Okay, let's look.
Let's see that again.
135 of you voted. Okay, welcome some more people, or you just hated the last scene. You're not going to vote on them. Oh, okay.
If 135 people are voting in these polls, you need to be clicking the like button right now.
Yeah. What Natalia said. If you're here and you're enjoying how right I am and how wrong my guests are, click like. Or if you think I'm wrong all the time, click like too. That helps other fans find this. What we're doing is hanging out, talking about a show because they're not talking about their own show. That's just, I'd like to give a little dig out to our friends at the Wheel of Time show.
Your friends, they're our acquaintances.
So let me give this one the what would you do with the 12th scene, Winespring and cleanup of episode 1 of the Wheel of Time. 68% were keep it, 13% were cut it, 19% were change it. People like that scene, so okay. Oh man, people in chat are vicious.
I love them.
Okay, so Drew, okay, dislikes clicked. Yeah, screw you. Much love. Okay, I think we're at you, Mary, on this one.
Did we stop
the scene between Moraine and Lan? Is this a keep, cut, or change for you?
I'm gonna say keep it, and the reasons are beautiful. No, they're varied.
I know what your reasons are.
No, the reasons are it shows that they are a partnership. Everybody's like warder, Aes Sedai. It's all about you can't have a close relationship without it being sexual. They have a very close relationship without it being sexual. This is a good way to show it. 2, it's a bath scene. It's tradition. and it's actually a good bath scene.
That's the only thing I've agreed with so far. The bath scene is tradition.
Right.
Okay, that gets me.
So those are okay. I'm just gonna stop there. Those are my two main reasons to keep it.
Okay, so I have comments. My first one's going to be, I have friends that never read the book, watched the show, and they were like, they were getting it on, right? And I was like, no. This scene was meant to show that it wasn't, there wasn't anything erotic or intimate about this in an erotic way. And they were like, oh yeah, there was. You could tell there was tension between them. And I was like, they were not showing like the desire to show platonic intimacy as one of the initial scenes where you like show people together in a bathtub naked in a very kind of like comfortable way doesn't necessarily go over the same way for everyone. A lot of people interpreted that to mean there was a relationship. So I thought
only
that was
because people can't imagine the idea of two naked people of opposite sex who are not in a relationship, right? So like they're not used to seeing it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I wouldn't say only because I think the way you could present a scene similar to that, or you could have presented that scene in a way to maybe evoke that even more than they did, because it didn't go over for everybody is my point. So I know that was one of the things they wanted to do for people that hadn't read the books, didn't know Warders and Aes Sedai. That didn't necessarily work for them, if that makes sense. So anyways, Todd, what do you think about this? Do you like this scene itself and think it should actually stay in the actual show?
I'm going to blow your mind because it doesn't bother me. I don't care. The only thing I really wish they would have done is, Lan he's a poker. He likes to mess with you. He likes to dig at people and
get you off balance.
Right. And I wish they would have done that a little more. I mean, he kind of sort of did it with her, but not really. I wish they would have played that a little bit more.
The smirk about the water is where he does it, but people, if you don't know the character,
right?
Yeah,
right.
We do, so we're like, "Oh, Lan, you're just being a shit."
Yeah, just messing with. Yeah.
And Natalia, keep on this one.
I will admit, this was one scene when I first saw where I was like, "What are you doing? Take it out." I hate all of it. I mean, in execution, not in
in visuals.
You're just so pretty.
Yes.
I got around to coming to love it once the following day scene that we'll get to really undercut the lack of tension for me, and it really helped make it a platonic relationship.
Gotcha. Well,
so I keep it.
One of the things that Taylor said, and I agree with him in this, is he's like, so they know that there are, like they know they're here and they have like little time to figure this out.
And they're bathing.
And they're just kind of like bathing and like chilling. Now, that's fine. Everyone needs to bathe and chill, even when it's high tension times. But he's like, shouldn't they be like out looking for things and scouting? What's Lan doing even in that room? Like, shouldn't he be out there like protecting them in some way? And anyways,
he did that already.
His view of it was like the next morning when they're like, oh, you sensed something while you were sleeping. We have little time. And then they don't do anything else either. They're not like, everyone protect yourself. They're just like going around talking to people. Again, ruined the tension for him a bit as a viewer. He's like, I should be thinking something's bad because they think something's bad, but everything seems fine. And they're acting like everything's not as bad as it is once you see the attack. So I get that. I get that feeling.
Aligns with the books.
Yep. Yes. However, the books did not have a direct attack in the middle of the town like that. Anyways, but I think there are differences because where like some of the attacks happened were away from the city center. So anyway, let's ask this one. What would you do with the 13th scene, Bathtub Without a Lane, of episode 1 of The Wheel of Time? That is your 13th scene. What would you do with Bathtub Without a Lane scene in episode 1 of The Wheel of Time? Let me ask everybody here in chat, see what you all have to say. This is a great, I have to show this one on the screen.
Yep, it's good.
It's so good. This is such a good comment. I don't know, Taylor, if you're out there, Taylor, where's the tension? Everyone else, but. Oh, that is so good. Oh man.
And honey, you're a fine actor. I swear, I'm not objectifying you.
That's
just
what
a little.
That's certainly what he's felt from all of fandom, I'm sure. Okay. By the way, thank you very much for being here. I probably don't say this enough to those of you in live chat with us. Like literally, I love talking to my friends here. This is fun. But it's your comments like that one and like Drew's comment of disliking the video. Even if you did dislike the video, that stuff is hilarious and I love it. Anyone that votes to cut Butt Rock doesn't deserve Butt Rock. So there you go. There you go. And on that note, Hybrid Havoc, thank you very much. Let us move on to scene 14. And yeah, this one has different, I guess, undertones that how they want us to feel about this relationship. So let's try this one out.
You let me fall asleep.
I actually think this is an awesome scene. This is my favorite of
You act
these
as
early
if I had
scenes.
some say in the matter.
What happened out there today?
Again.
Wasn't today.
That's why I like the previous one, man.
Nynaeve.
I mean, that's why I like this one over the
She
previous.
asked me to become her apprentice. To study to be a wisdom someday.
What?
That's what he really wanted to know.
She asked. I didn't say yes or no.
Oh, I got it. She wasn't going to bring it up earlier. That's making a little more sense. Yeah.
She thinks I'll be able to listen to the wind if I work with her.
It's a lonely life. Being in wisdom. No husband.
I wish we would have held that
kids.
line just a little bit longer. It's a good, like, how do I say something that isn't so enraging, but I'm
I should get
enraged
up
right
to
now kind of line. But he didn't. I
Right.
needed him to hold it just a little bit longer. Rand, come back, man. Oh, I love the end of this with the wind.
And then the wind.
It's so good. Well done. So great. Yeah, good stuff. Good. Well done. Yeah. As I'm already saying, I love the scene. So let me 145 of you. Hey, thanks for everybody that's new showing up and doing this with us. Almost 150 of you voted on this one. What would you do with the 13th scene, Bathtub Without Elaine, of the Wheel of Time, of episode 1 of the Wheel of Time? 82% of you said keep it. Goes surprise on that one. Okay, let's talk about this scene with Rand and Egwene, and let's go to you, Natalia. Are you as much of a fan as this one as I am?
I really enjoy this scene. I really like that they started off the relationship in a physical way, that they were able to have sort of an intimate, honest conversation. And I truly do think he was seeing something that was bothering her, and that's why he kept asking her. Like, I don't know that it was him pestering her, trying to find out about I think he saw something that was bothering her and that she needed to talk about it.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I felt like his question of like what happened, it was kind of like, but what happened? Because yeah, I think that's a good point. He could tell that she was off for some reason. He hadn't heard it all yet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like that. Like I said, having been in a relationship at that age, I guess he's not happy about this decision, and I kind of wanted to see a little bit more of that on his face, but he held it pretty good in the sense of like he's such a passionate character. I wanted to kind of see it come out a little bit more, but again, I thought it was a really good scene.
I saw it as I felt like he holds her in high enough respect that he doesn't allow himself to be angry about her life choices around her.
Yet.
I mean, yeah.
No, but like even the next day, and even like if we're going way down the line, like anyways, I I think it's a sign of respect that he's trying to keep his anger, like he's not trying to influence her decision with his anger.
Sure. I mean, yeah. And then she has to like find him because he's up on a mountain. Like his silence is kind of part of that influence. Yeah. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. No, it's in that moment. You're right. He does a good job. So good job at a relationship point in that moment to not say
totally.
Mary, how about you? Is this a keep or cut for you?
It's a keep for a lot of the same reasons Tal just mentioned. He didn't make it about him, and it just felt like their relationship. It showed that the relationship wasn't just a schoolyard crush like it was in the books. It was a lot more advanced, and I think it was handled tastefully, and it was handled well. It was believable, and yeah, he's awfully comfortable in her parents' common room.
Yeah, there's
naked.
Look, there you go. They're totally chill.
Clearly not the first time.
No, not at all.
I love that comment. Good one. Okay. Todd, what are you adding to this? Are you a keep or cut on this one?
The only thing I don't like him going, so what happened out there? It's just that the same way every time. He could have used, yeah. He could have. I mean,
say that again.
What did you say? Nope, nothing. Nope, I held that one back. I had to shove it back down.
What are you doing? Why are you holding back on this one?
Because I was going to be really ugly, and I'm not going to.
Okay. I mean, you were.
I'm just. I mean, there's a time when you can ask a woman a question like that and get a real good answer, and maybe he didn't know that because how old he is. So.
Okay, you're not wrong there.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
But who did the dishes? It bothers me. Oh gosh, I love this stuff. What are we doing here? Okay, so let me ask everybody, what would you do with the 14th scene?
Who does the dishes?
Did I? Hold on a second, everybody. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. I was like, where did I wrote this poll up already. And, my question's too long? That's annoying. Okay, I gave it a subtitle that's too much for this thing. So what would you do with the 14th scene? Egwene. Wow. Egwene breaks Rand of episode 1 of The Wheel of Time. I couldn't say heart because I didn't have enough spaces. That's just, here we go. We'll just do this, everybody. I know. I should have thought about this. Here we go. Rand's heart. And we'll do that. Perfect. Sorry, you're all not seeing anything on the screen yet. Okay. There's your question, everybody in chat. What would you do with scene 14? Egwene breaks Rand's heart of episode 1 of The Wheel of Time. Keep it, cut it, or change it.
You should have put clean the table off before you ate there.
Yes, doing the dishes. I should have said, scene 14, doing the dishes. That's where I should have gone with that one. Okay, my bad. Yes. I ran to the dishes. Wow, Drew. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Oh, yes. There's already a clear... It's interesting. Each one of these scenes, we've had more and more pick keep it. We'll see if that's still the case at the end of watching this next one. This is a very short scene, but we're still going to call it out. We're going to actually have to go backwards a little bit so we can see this scene because it's so short. Okay, so here we go. This is scene 15 coming up. Everybody, enjoy. I like how we all thought this was like Moraine.
How could we think that?
It's Voldemort.
Nazgul.
I do like how that whistle takes us into that exciting next scene. Ooh.
I just saw something there that I didn't see the last several times I saw that show.
No.
What did you see?
The whistling.
Oh, you didn't notice that before? Oh,
I didn't know the whistling started before.
Yeah.
Woo! I love it. I love catching
Yeah.
these stuff like that.
I like that transition for sure.
It's good.
So what
And
did you
it's
think about this?
subtle.
I know it's a short one. We don't have to spend a ton of time on this, Todd, but finally seeing a Myrdraal. Did you like this moment? The wind, Egwene sent like kind of hearing or listening to the wind here, and then actually seeing this Myrdraal in town.
Yes.
Did you kind of expect to like, I don't know, Lan, like, doesn't she say like Lan had trouble sleeping? Like I kind of expected like Lan to be out. Like he shows up just kind of like drenched because he's been out all night. Like if there's a Myrdraal in town, but anyway.
No, I liked it, and I liked the way the Myrdraal look.
Yeah.
We got other stuff to talk about with the dark Trollocs. Terrible.
Oh my gosh, I
But,
can't believe we're going back to the. I can't even with you. We're not even there yet. And we'll get there. No, I
Let's
can't,
go. Come on,
Todd.
let's
It's
go.
taking too long. Get us
What
there.
would you do with,
Let's
let me end this poll, by the way. What would you do with the 14th scene? Egwene. Why do we keep on saying Egwene? Egwene breaks Rand's heart. It's because of Rand's coming up in my head. 89% of you were for keeping that scene. So progressively, over the day of these scenes that we've talked about, you guys would like these scenes a lot more. Look at you. Okay, Myrdraal for you, Natalia. Do you like the presentation of the Myrdraal in this moment? Right in that? Yeah.
He's terrifying.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think it's a really good moment to bring it in. It's just like, yeah, it does add some tension, I think, for the whole next day. You're like, what's going to happen? So, yeah, I definitely like it. Mary, keep on this one?
Keep. It's a glorious seg between from Egwene to the Fae to Fain. That was just smooth.
I
Was
agree.
the fade wet? I didn't notice.
That's the only thing I wondered. If he was dry,
They
it
don't
would have
like-
been better.
They don't like water.
That's why I was asking. I don't.
I can
Matt,
say
can you
something
back
really
up?
dirty, but I won't.
Did I? Oh, you want me to? What did you want? You want to see? Yes, the cloak is wet.
It is wet. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I would say that that's one creature that I do wish we had gotten a bit more kind of effects on when it came to the visual presentation in moments like this, whether or not it's the cloak or just, I don't know. I wanted to feel something supernatural about the Myrdraal, and you don't get a supernatural feel in my head, at least for me. I guess throughout the entire season. I didn't know if we would. I just mean after seeing it throughout the entire season, I just don't feel like you get that. So let me ask everybody, what would you do with the 15th scene, Volda Nasdral of Season 1, Episode 1 of The Wheel of Time? That's Volda Nasdral. I feel like that's a good mix.
That's a good part.
Volda Nasdral. It's a Volda Nasdral.
They should have shown him talking to Layla before they showed him riding up in the rank.
So you're a change it then.
Hybrid Havoc is he's like, wet cloak, cut it.
Cut it.
Yes. How can a Myrdraal enunciate with his mouth's anatomy? Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Sorry, I'm going through the comments here. What did I miss? What fun fact, the director was very disappointed that fans misinterpreted the scene. It was just Fain, the bad guys, whistling in appreciation of Egwene and Rand's previous encounter. Nice job. Oh, Taylor, what are you doing? Taylor stole my mouse over here. So you're good? Okay, thanks. Okay. I appreciate that these questions were all pre-written. They're not. I copied and pasted, but it's close enough. Though it wouldn't be the same if there wasn't at least one scuffed poll. I agree. That first one, I think I missed out a one in that poll. So, okay. Oh, wait. And this question, can Dusty Wheel cut the Myrdraal scene to after Rand and Tam coming to town before Lan and Moraine appear? You'll see kind of where we dropped that in our cut. So... But yeah, that's an interesting place to put it. So, okay, everyone's been voting on that poll. We'll come back to who won, or sorry, not who won, who wants to keep or cut that last one. And let's watch this scene coming up. I I'm going to actually split these into two different scenes, just this intro and then the one, I think it goes right to Matt after that. So here we go, everybody. Scene 16 is Padden Fain. It's almost like they're chanting. Fain, 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 Fain.
No sweet sticks for you.
Too early for
Oh,
breakfast?
I guess that's all. Sorry, we have to
Never
kind of
too
go.
early
We have
for
to
your
go
mum's
short
bread.
there. Okay, I forgot that there was this scene too. Okay, it's just that intro to Fain. So that's a quick one for us. Let me end this last poll here. What would you do with the 15th scene, Myrdraal, of the season 1 of episode 1 of The Wheel of Time? 86% were for keeping it. Not surprised. Good scene here. Mary, on this next one, just the Fain introduction. Do you like this introduction to Fain? Him coming into town?
Just coming into town, it kind of matched what I thought would happen. I thought actually that would be the opening scene to Emmons Field. So the shot of the wagon coming in, it just looks so innocuous. Like there's absolutely nothing wrong, which is jarring after seeing the Myrdraal.
Myrdraal. I like that. Thank you for pushing the
you're welcome.
Myrdraal
You're welcome.
agenda.
And just that the dissonance there as a book reader, seeing that was great. I loved it. I'm a keeper. And the kids following and happy and Mary Beltine and no sweets for you. Oh my God. Krampus vibes.
Yeah. Excellent job. Todd, are you a keeper cut in this one?
I'm a keep, man. I'm a Fain fan.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I almost wanted more of him coming into town. Like this, somebody said episode 1 was like short. I don't know. I just wanted to see more of that town prep and him coming in and settling in before you get to the Matt scene. The only thing I would change here is I want more Fain in the Two Rivers. Like I felt like we just didn't get enough of him. So I would say change it, but just for more. Mm-hmm. Before I ask you, Natalia, I'm going to ask everybody this poll. What would you do with the 16th scene? Welcome Padden Fain of season 1, episode 1 of The Wheel of Time. So are you also a keep here on Padden Fain?
Definitely yes.
But is it a change as in give us more? Or
I would have like, this is a perfect way to introduce us to Emmons Field, to Mary's point. So I think they could have given us more scene setting. Like you want to add time. This is where we add the time. You add the Myrdraal, you add a couple scenes where the boys see him. You add the ambiance, but I get that we need to get in and get out of the Two Rivers too. So
yeah, it's one of those.
I just love Fain. So yes.
I wonder if there were more scenes, that we just didn't see here. Okay, I put that poll up there for you in chat. These are quick scenes. We're trying to do some quick conversation around them. Let's jump to this next piece that we have here with Egwene and Tam.
No sweet sticks for you.
Look at that smile.
Too early for breakfast?
Never too early for your mum's bread. He left before I woke.
Rand? No. That would never happen. Rand would never just up and leave Egwene right there. That's never. So what do you think about this? Mary, are you a fan of this? Again, really short introductions. We're getting like Padden Fain, and then we have this like moment between Tam and Egwene. Did you like that they gave us this, even though it's like 5 seconds?
You have to use the time wisely, and it helps set the scene. And it's done efficiently. You move the plot along with just a few lines of dialogue, so it works. I'd keep it.
If you're going to go to the mountain, I guess you have to have like a reason why she knew that he was there. So you need the scene that leads to it. I would cut this, and I would cut the mountain scene.
Yeah.
So I would say cut this and cut the mountains. I just don't think you need it. I don't think you already know that what she's planning on. You already can tell he's not happy about it. I just don't feel like you need to come back to that again. You're getting the end of the season that we see. I don't think we need more explanation of how he's feeling about it. So I'm a cut this scene. And by the way, before we jump to quickly to Todd and Natalia on this one, what would you do with the 16th scene? Welcome Padden Fain of season 1, episode 1 of Wheel of Time. Keep it, of course, 81%. No surprise there. Todd, are you a keep or cut the scene with Egwene and Tam?
I'm a cut. it doesn't really do much for me. I'd rather see Tam have a real conversation with somebody else. And this is leaning again into Rand's questioning Egwene territory. And I just, I don't like it. Don't think we need it. I won't say I don't like it. I just don't think we don't need it right now.
It doesn't add anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm a cut. It sounds like we're most of us. Mary, I can't remember. Did you say cut this one or keep it?
No, I said keep.
Okay. So majority of the panel, but none of it matters because you in chat get to determine what would you do with the 17th scene. I know, lame subtitle, breakfast of season 1 of The Wheel of Time. Keep it, cut it, or change it. Let's see what you do. Another short scene. And this one is also going to be a short scene. There's just this little segue scene that we will all watch briefly, and then, let's talk about this. So everyone votes on the 17th scene. Well, let's go to the next one.
He left before I woke.
Are you going to go after him, Egwene? Are you going to go after him? And then we get this scene, which actually in the Dusty Wheel cut, we actually have this as more of an intro to before you ever see the other scene. So, okay, there we go. Before we get this Cat and Fain scene with Matt. Another kind of Perrin and Layla moment. Perrin sleeping. She's just laying next to him, grabs his finger. How do you feel about this, Todd? Is this a keep cut for you again?
She has a thing about his fingers, doesn't she? We'll have to figure that out.
I mean,
sorry, I totally. What's so funny is I was like, "There's a poll." Drew in chat said something dumb, and then you said that. I missed that. So, yeah, but go ahead.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm in a mood tonight. No, I think this is about like the Tam Egwene scene. It could have, this could have gone on its own, been gone, and something else put here.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a short thing. I actually, Taylor and I moved this kind of segue of Fain and Perrin Layla to actually the beginning of the show. We didn't this was like a weird segue for us. We didn't like it that it was doing another introduction into the town. We thought that broke the tension that was actually developed. And the first scene you see come back from the Myrdraal is actually Moraine with Lan walking through the town. And then it keeps the tension. And there's actually, we liked that a little bit better than breaking it for this. So I agree. Tam loves cats is right. Todd is cranky today. Exactly.
That's not what's happening, friends. You've missed the boat.
Okay, to our last one, breakfast with Tam. Look at that. They agreed this time. Chat, you agreed with me and my guests. So maybe you're agreeing with Natalia and Todd on this one. 53% of you said cut that last scene. Natalia, speak to me about this scene with Perrin and Layla before, and I'll throw the poll up and see how people feel about the Perrin Layla sequence here.
I loved it, but I would have wanted it more. Like, I would have changed it. I would have moved it. I would have added to it. Like, it casts a lot of context onto their relationship. Is she conflicted? It's clear she loves him. Like, that, I didn't feel that way in their last scene. There was a lot playing on her face.
Yeah.
In this moment, she loves him and she's not happy about it.
Okay.
I like it.
This one, it's one of those, it's like, why not keep it? Because it's just like it's a few seconds and it actually gives you a little bit more maybe context, or it makes you read into it a little bit more. I like this for a short scene more so than that Tam Egwene one. So I didn't come up with anyone would give me a catchy subtitle for this scene. I need it.
Morning wood.
Like
it's not
I'm
just
so
me.
sorry.
It's
I'm
not
so
just
sorry.
me.
I'm actually, I just wrote it because it was really funny. So I feel like that's going to stay. So,
I'd get rid of it. I would have replaced it with a scene of Matt and his sisters having breakfast.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So Mary's a cut this one, people, on this one, but the rest of us are like, yeah, keep it. It seems fine. What would you do with the 18th scene, Morningwood, of season 1, episode 1 of The Wheel of Time? Keep it, cut it, or change it. Okay, we're actually getting through so many scenes today. which because they're like 2 seconds long. We've actually, what's your guess on how much time has actually passed so far in the first hour and 12 minutes, Natalia, since we've been keeping or cutting? How much time in the show do you think has passed?
Less than 10 minutes of airtime.
It has been less than 10 minutes and like 8 minutes. It's so sad.
We're
We've
so
only
good at
talked
this.
about 8 minutes. Like, what is going on? Okay, let's get to this next scene. This scene is actually something, I like this because we actually just settle in to Pat and Fain and Matt a bit more here. So let's watch this one.
Matt Cawthon, my best and poorest customer.
Seems like I'm your only customer.
It's my favorite, like, just a well-acted scene. I
So,
love.
what do you have for me this
I love
year?
these actors, and I love what they do with their characters here.
All day. Not real gold, sadly.
Yes, it is. It's worth 3 marks at least.
Possibly. But will I be able to sell it here in town? I'll give you 1 mark.
2.
Half a mark. That'll get you 3 lanterns and you'll be lucky to have them.
You're a right bastard, Pat and Fain.
Pleasure as always.
I love his look right afterwards. That's really well done. So yes, Pat and Fain and Matt. This is great. I do agree with a comment I saw here from Beth. More people should be around him. As in, give us more activity going on. The excitement in the air with the tension that Moraine and Lan bring. You do see a little bit more with the cut with Moraine and Lan. But okay, to this one, I think we're up with you and Mary on this. What do you think about Pat and Fain, Matt, this scene where we're led to believe that the way I read this was he stole it from Danya and then he went and sold it. I think that's what we're led to believe that is happening here. So what did you think about the scene itself?
I think it was, again, quick fire, rapid dialogue, but it set a lot of information. It gave you a lot of information. It told you that Pat and Fain is a regular visitor to the Two Rivers, because he said, "What have you got for me this time?" It shows, he knows Matt well enough to know that, he's his poorest customer, and some hard bargaining back and forth, and Pat and Fain came out on top of it. But I liked it. I say we keep it.
Yeah, and it almost seems like he did not. It almost seems like he did not give him the money that he owed. That he was like, basically, I know that this isn't good, and so I'm just going to give you some crap here. And so Pat and Fain even took more from him. So Matt's comment there is true, but maybe on both sides of that. I did see a comment. I think I did see this. Matt's not a thief. It's his payment for sex. I did think I saw something, but I can't remember. It was like a script that they didn't. It was a scene that did not make it into the show. So I'm glad they left it ambiguous. I don't remember what the scene was, so I don't want to say that is exactly what the scene said because I can't remember it. But I like that it leaves it ambiguous here as far as what exactly happened. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it is a departure for Matt's character to have him be a thief, but he's not a thief. He's a thief because he needs to support his sisters. And that may not be clear at this point, but they do make that clear in future episodes. I actually don't mind that change in the character, but it is a departure. I will, definitely concede that.
Yeah. Yes, it is absolutely for Matt, for sure. Todd, how are you feeling about this? By the way, Justin Baker, Fain bringing news of war was big for me in the books. Would have loved to see that here. Yeah, totally get that. Todd, what do you think about this one?
I can't think of the guy who plays Pat and Fain. Myers. What was his name?
Johan Meyer.
Johan Meyer. Yeah, he smoked Barney in this scene, and I liked it. I like him. I think he's a great Fain, and I think this is a good scene.
Yeah, he's a great Fain. It was one of the ones I wish we would have, of course, gotten more. Thankfully, we got that last scene. That was one of the. I know for all the things I hated about some of the presentation things in episode 8, Fain being there, so I was like, yes, that means we're getting. If we don't, well, I don't want to ruin anything, but I'll spoil a little bit in the book too. But if we don't get that nailed to the door scene,
yes.
I'll be disappointed.
And he's already creepy, and he's gonna be creepier, and that's what I want is more creepier Fain.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. Okay, Natalia, before I have you answer this or tell us what you're thinking, what would you do with the 18th scene, Morning Wood of season 1 of The Wheel of Time? Interesting. This was 44% keep it, 41% cut it. I like that we have an undertone of change. That's, of course, we have hardcore fan freaks sitting here. So all of us are probably feeling the same thing that Taylor and I do when we go through this is like, well, a little tweak here, or maybe adding something there. So I totally feel that. So, okay, Natalia, what do you think about this 19th scene of the show with Pat and Fain and Matt?
Keep it. And I saw a comment that said, bring Nynaeve in, have her buy herbs from Fain and show her hating his guts. And I was like, yes, please.
Right.
Yeah, keep it. It's such a good character piece for the both of them because Barney isn't proud. He's not happy. Yeah, I really like it. I think it shows a lot about Fain and it shows a lot about Matt.
Okay. Yeah, I think for what they were going for with Matt and Fain, I think they absolutely scored on this one. What would you do with the 19th scene, Fain rocks, of season 1, episode 1 of The Wheel of Time? I know I didn't try that hard, but Fain does rock, so you're welcome. Okay. Let's. I want to find out, give people that poll here to see what they have to say, and read some comments. And I agree with this. Matt is shown as desperate, and I have a hard time judging him for it. It makes his easy money later in the books ironic and a little sad.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it is, yeah. What that's an interesting flip of fortunes, if you will. So yeah. And Dana Lou, back to that point, I want to see more people buying from Fain and Fain bringing news. Yeah. I know that a lot. That's a lot of what people feel for sure. So.
Again, though, I keep coming back to we need to get the hell out of the Two Rivers and get on with the show. So,
by the way, our show is not going to get you there any quicker.
No.
We're going through this scene by scene, and we're talking about it. So, if you were hoping we were going to get out of the Two Rivers today, you were wrong. Sorely mistaken. So, I will, just because I didn't do this last time, and I feel a little bad about it, so I'm going to do it. Let's throw this out there for you. I'll take 2 calls. 2 calls. If you want to give us a call here, this is a live call-in talk show here at the Dusty Wheel. It is 1-313-825-5968 or 1-313-825-5968. I was going to say talk what, but I just read off the same number again. So it is that number. Give us a call. Like I said, only taking 2 calls. If 5 of you call, I'm sorry. We'll be taking the first 2. And I'll leave that up here just for a second more for you to write this down and remember it if you want to call in and disagree or agree or somewhere in the middle, some of our decisions today or what we've thought about this. 1-313-825-5968 and give us a call and we'll bring you into the show here. Okay, let's throw up the next scene. And I see love. Oh, yes, that's true. I will say, is Todd going to have to wait for the next time to cover the Trollocs? Yes. Todd will have to wait
for the next
time.
It's going to take a long time, too. So we may only get one scene.
I see this, Bane. And Chia, don't forget the mug. Thank you very much. Continue reminding me. I will forget it. That's just how it works. Okay. We're going to do a couple more scenes, and we will be done for this evening. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, if you want to stick around and get a chance at the mug, please do. And but let's move on to our next scene. Here we go.
You didn't sleep last night. You think one of the eyeless is already here?
I guess you didn't sleep meant he was probably out. Which wasn't
then we both
clear.
have work to do today.
Yes, you do. Lots of work. Oh, there's that scene. Okay, Lan and Moraine. Give us some more walking around. We don't need them to talk about their relationship again in the mountains on a rock. Give me some more Lan and Moraine here. That's what I kind of want. I didn't get it. What do you think, Natalia, on this one? Lan and Moraine coming out. We have that Pat and Fain moment. It kind of converges into here. And then we find out Lan, no sleep, apparently.
Either because he's worried or because he was out tracking. Like, hard to tell. And who takes a bath before they go out into the cold, rainy night? That's weird.
Well, the Myrdraal showed up later, so, I get it.
So I have to, and also it was just a weird, I would have liked more clarity because it's sort of like you were very restless in bed after we had our bath together. Like it's a bit of ambiguous.
Right. Yes.
Sorry,
Absolutely.
Mark, are you judging us or the TV show?
I just like this comment because I didn't know, and I like that it works. Pace of the show is glacial. That is right, Mark.
Anyways,
talking about us.
extend it, show us more.
Yeah, I wanted more in this one. I want to change this one. This is a change. This is a change for me. I didn't care about the bath scene so much as I want to see them out among this people, whatever they're doing. I would much more prefer some of that. So, yeah. And this is a good question, Marisu. Oops. Not that one. This one. Why are Moraine and Lan acting so sketchy in public? They're cooler than that. What do you think, Todd? Lan and Moraine walking amongst the people, kind of like, we've got work to do moment. Do you like this scene?
I wish it would have been a little longer, a little more explanation to it, because I think that maybe she felt the fade there and he went looking. But I would have liked for him to talk about that a little bit more. They really didn't. They didn't get into it, You
think it would have been like, yeah, I was out tracking and checking on things, like nothing, no other, whatever. In other words, you think there would have been some mention of like, what did he find?
Right. You sent me out.
Because Lan is so verbose.
Warmer, please. And if you can say warmer, please, he can be like, no other, whatever, Myrdral's gone or something like that. I don't know.
He didn't say warmer, please. He said it could be warmer.
Okay.
He didn't say anything, but he indicated there's something wrong.
Also,
sorry, I didn't quote it correctly, Natalia.
Their whole Moraine carries on a whole conversation while Lan just looks at her is my favorite thing about these two.
Yeah. No, I guess that would have brought all those comments like, he's not stoic enough. He told her what he did last night. Okay.
Too much.
You talk too much. The 120 votes. Thank you very much. What would you do with the 19th scene, Fain Rocks, of season 1 of the episode 1 of the Wheel of Time? 87% keeping that one. This is one of those where I would just change it. I want a little bit more. Okay, just have Moraine talk at Lan a little bit more. That's fine. Have somebody come up and try to sell Moraine something. I don't know.
Well, they know she was Aes Sedai.
Oh, and the kids would have done something. The kids would have been like, she seems cool.
Well, they know she's Aes Sedai.
Awesome.
So. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
And they're distrustful of.
By the way, I think it's the 20th scene.
Can you make a rabbit come out of his hat? A magic lady.
Yes, exactly. That would be something. And Courtney said, "Stony face and silent land is perfect." I get it. Everybody. You want your warders stony faced and silent. Okay, the 20th scene then of season 1, episode 1 of the Wheel of Time with Lan and Moraine here. I don't have a cool name for it right now, so I'm just going to give you this poll so we can get a caller in and talk to the caller here shortly. So what would you do with the 20th scene of season 1, episode 1? I can't think of a name. So I'm just gonna go with it.
Walkabout.
I know I just couldn't come up with it. Here we go. There you go, everybody. If I want more is change things, then all the polls would be change it. True, Carrie. Good point. You should be like specific about the change. It wasn't I want more. It was I thought in this moment it'd be better to have more dialogue between them and to get to see more of the town. And I think in this moment, showing Pat and Fain, we didn't get much of it. We didn't get much of the green with Beltane, and so I thought that was an opportunity, them walking around, if you will, playing nice for the villagers would have been a great spot for it. But yes, more is not like a great change request. So, oh, wow. I wonder if Change It is going to win this one. Sheesh, I was surprised. Okay. We have a caller. So while this poll, ever you guys answer this poll, please do. Will Change It win this one? I'm really curious. While we do that, let's bring our first number one of two potential callers tonight to the show. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Great Innkeeper. As always, I raise my glass to you, sir.
Norm,
and of course,
cheers,
to Mary, Todd, and Tal, I raise my glass to you three lovely people. Cheers, and to everyone in the chat room. What's up?
Norm, it's awesome to hear your voice, man. It's been too long. How you been?
Oh, it's been busy over here. It's been busy in the land of Normville, so, and it's going to be even more. So.
Busy in the land of Normville. Okay, so you've seen the how many minutes have we gone through? The 10 minutes of the episode that we've managed to get through in an hour and a half, or as our friend Mark said, the glacial pace at which we've tackled the episodes or the scenes today. What do you think so far of these 10 minutes? Was there something significant that stood out to you as far as like definitely keep it, definitely cut it, or change it?
I have to say that if we're just talking about what we've just seen in these 10 minutes, I have to agree with Mary that we have to destroy, nuke, kill anything that has to do with the love affair / whatever the heck that was of Perrin and his waifu. I mean, yeah, I get why they did it, but you know what? Honestly, I want anybody, you, Daniel Green, the Nameless, somebody to straight up ask Rafe why. That's all I want to know. Just
okay, but Rafe didn't even.
why?
Rafe addressed it and said, I don't have the exact quote, so don't say this to Rafe or say that you think this is what he said, but it was something along the lines of, this is not the end of that we've seen, or something to that effect. In other words, like,
there are no beginnings or endings in the Wheel of Time.
Okay, yeah. I get it, but there was just okay. There was just so much in book one that and I'm trying not to be a book snob. I'm trying not to, but there's just so much that did not need to be changed, that were changed. I just want to know why it was, and then I'll be at peace. I don't have to argue the merits of it. I just want to know the brainchild reasoning behind it of why. Like for instance, great example, Matt's backstory. I get why they wanted to have more, a better definition, making him a kind of a rogue, kind of a misanthrope of, you have a horrible baggage going on, and then all of a sudden, the great redemption arc that is going to, eventually happen. No spoilers. So I get that, but why did it have to be that in particular? So just some clarification.
Norm, I feel like this is not the first time that you have called in begging Rafe for answers. So I love it. I love that you have not progressed anywhere. That is a sign of just true love of fandom, and just like, until you got answers, that question is going to stick there for a long time. So yeah, I'm hopeful that Rafe does talk about this, right? I think he will talk more about the process, more about, the specific choices they made to change things. He has given some information that people have thrown in chat about, aging up characters, not necessarily like their exact age. I think he meant just kind of maturing their relationships, or if people did stick around. I think he said something like, well, if they stuck around for 2 more years or something to that effect, what changes would have happened would Perrin then have gotten married? Would Rand and Egwene's relationship have progressed? So I I think they wanted to tell a specific story. In other words, they want to get the character to a specific arc that they're aiming for, and this is where they thought they had to begin. It's impossible for us to know. It's like if you asked Robert Jordan we've gotten book 1, right? So like, imagine at the end of book 1, you're like, where's this all going? You know, I feel like we're in the same place. Like, we don't know where this all going. We have to wait and watch and find out. As much as read and find out was so fun back in the day, we don't know. So I feel it. I hear you, what you're saying, Norm. By the way, how did you answer this question? What would you do with the 20th scene of season 1, episode 1 with Lan and Moraine walking on the green? Would you keep it, cut it, or change it? What was your answer to that question?
I would only keep it because it adds to the mystery for the folks in the village. They don't know what to expect from an Aes Sedai. They don't know what to expect from a warder. They're sketchy people. And rumor has it that all Aes Sedai are sketchy people, and you can't trust them because, you know, they will, you know, I don't know, rob your blind in your sleep. I don't know. Just rumor has it that it's so. So you got to keep it because it just adds to the, you know, already preconceived notion that y'all are sketchy people and you're not us. So, man.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to end this poll. Over 100 of you voted on this one, and change it 1-1. Fans would have changed this scene. That's really interesting. Change has not won a lot of these tonight, and this might be the first one, if not of those. So, okay. So I like it. Thank you very much, Norm, for being here, man. I really appreciate your call. It's awesome to hear your voice. Cheers to you, sir, and hopefully we'll get some news of season 2 of The Wheel of Time coming soon, and it will kind of reinvigorate us all to jump in and start speculating about what's coming versus talking about what we already have. So have a good evening, man. Talk to you soon.
You too, you guys. Tai Shar, everybody.
Tai Shar, man.
Tai Shar, Norm.
Okay. We have our second caller, last caller of the night. We may, let me look. What's our, oops, no, I didn't want to. That's hilarious. I literally just clicked on a game that's starting up on this computer. That's funny. Just random. Oh yeah, let's definitely cover this scene since I don't want to start off the next show with this next scene. So we're getting rid of the scene tonight. I mean, covering it, not necessarily getting rid of it. Okay, so let me bring our last caller of the night to the show, and then we'll do one more scene, everybody. We'll give away a mug, and we'll call it good here at the Dusty Wheel. Here we go. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Hey guys, it's Anas.
Anas, how you doing, man?
Hey, Anas.
I'm doing awesome. So, the one thing, we talked about changes and things like that, and what we could add. This was something I was just thinking of right now. We should have seen Moraine interact with the characters more before they left. And now that I think of it, I don't think she talked to them individually, other than Nynaeve. And I think having added that, it would have been so much more in terms of character building, and just showing us, this is Moraine's quest, right? That's how it was all built up. So it would have been awesome to see that.
I absolutely agree. It would be nice, even if we got one more, whether or not it was a Perrin or a Rand or even a Egwene here, it would have been interesting. Because that scene, I think the scene with her and with Nynaeve is a really good one. I actually like that scene a lot. So I disagree with Swank's comment here. The Innkeeper's response to any Egwene scene. No, it's any scene that continues to focus on Rand's angst about Egwene's decisions. I don't need 7 of those. I actually really like a lot of the Egwene scenes, like where Rand comes in and talks to her, where her presentation that she has, obviously her women's ceremony. It's just that I don't need Rand's angst up in the mountains talking about things, which we'll watch here shortly. Anas, do you like this upcoming scene, this one where they go up to the mountain and have that conversation?
I do. I think of all of those scenes, I think it shows a bond between the two characters, which I think is there in the books. It shows shows that they're close. I really like the acting. I like how how quickly Rand is in quotations, okay with, Egwene's choice before, she tells him what she's going to do. So I think it's really beautiful. I think the location is nice. So I think it serves its purpose really well.
Yeah, I agree that they accomplish that with that scene. So I will agree with that part. I'll give you that. So Anas, when do you think the Tweeter of Chaos will bestow us, or what series, or what up? When do you think that we will get more season 2 news coming down?
April 1st.
I think we'll get. Yeah, well, I think April 1st would be not really news, but I think we'll get snippets from what series. I think Jordan Con, or the week leading up to Jordan Con, I think we'll get cast announcement. I mean, I'm hoping for that.
Okay, so you think maybe something around Jordan Con?
I think, yeah, I think we should get something around Jordan Con.
Okay, Tweeter of Chaos. I'm asking everybody this: who will break the next piece of season 2 news? Tweeter of Chaos. What up?
Geeky
What
Airy.
series? Or
Geeky
Geeky Airy.
Say cast member. that tends to be so. Like, who will break the next piece of season 2 news? Please answer this one, everybody. Tweeter of Chaos. What up? What series or cast member? In chat. I'm curious what you have to say there. Anas, thank you very much for being our last caller tonight, man. Really appreciate your support as always in the channel, and we'll see you back in chat. Okay. Have a good night.
All right.
Thanks for calling.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Okay, I'm kind of curious how this poll is going to turn out, and if everyone's going to be right. What do you think, Mary? Tweeter of Chaos, what up, what series, or a cast member is going to break the next piece of season 2 news?
I think it's going to be Geeky Airy, and Tweeter of Chaos will confirm it.
Okay. Geeky Airy, what series is does not surprise me. I think that's a good guess, although cast member, like, Rajesh, that's awesome. Cast member, you know who you are. That is adorable. Okay, everybody, like I said, we are going to do one more scene. We're going to review that, and then we will give away a mug. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I know little going on in the Wheel of Time world, a lot going on in the real world. Really appreciate everyone just coming, hanging out, and talking about the Wheel of Time tonight. So here we go. The final scene we'll be talking about of season 1, episode 1. I'll try to think of a fun name while this plays.
Thought you might be here.
Look at that smile. It's so good. It was not a
When I come
real
up here,
smile.
you know what I wonder about? I wonder about my life here. In the 2 rivers. And the house I build.
It's always about Rand. Rand's always making it about himself.
No, he doesn't.
The wife I have.
Not at all.
Oh, gosh.
About my kids running through these woods just like I did.
About my kids, not our kids.
Going to.
I know. I already know.
I mean, the picturesque where they're at. Like, amazing. Oh, that's going to be an awesome scene to begin this next time we do this. Okay, that was our final scene of the night, everybody. What do you think? Todd, we'll go to you first on this one. Rand and Egwene up in the mountains. How are you feeling about this one?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I got my own sitting spot when I'm pissed off at the old lady. So, and she knows where it is too. So, you know, I mean, I'm good with it. I liked it. It's a good scene. It's just, you know, angsty Rand is angsty Rand, and he's always, you know,
Angsty Rand.
Angsty Rand.
Angsty Rand.
This isn't that.
Okay, go for it, Natalia.
What is it?
This isn't angst. This is
You come back in
like
with that?
understanding. This is maturity of like, I don't like a thing and I can totally understand why you want the thing that I don't like and I still love you for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you
He
say
knows
so.
her ambition.
Thank you.
Love the acceptance and compassion as a relationship changes. Now, he doesn't keep that up the entire time, but in this moment.
But he does. It like not in his best moments, no, because none of us are our best selves all of the time.
Yeah,
but when
no.
push comes to shove, her interest trumps his every time.
Yes.
More
at the very
and
end.
his interest doesn't trump hers.
Ever.
You know, it's a lot more balanced. And
I don't know many 20-year-old guys in real life who would do the thing that he's doing on this mountain.
Go sit on a rock by yourself. I know.
Some
a
people
lot.
look at that as it's not as realistic as maybe they would have wanted it to be.
But it's what I want. Like if these are men of the future, I'm here.
he tells her everything he's his dreams. It's literally he's laying his heart out for her and saying, you know, this is what I've wanted. This is what I've always wanted. And I know that you don't want that.
And that's okay.
And and that's okay. And I'm still, you know, it was well done. I was like, you know what? I think this series is gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the angst hits later. I love the tenderness and understanding of the scene.
Yeah.
I generally, that's true. Or people, just not just guys. That's true. Yeah, you like to see this. Taylor, can I clear that real quick?
Thank you.
Yeah. You like to see that, generally speaking. I thought it was just too quickly done for them to go back a little bit later. I would have liked to have seen an arc of that. I feel like he's already there, and then, we get a little bit of angst later, but then he comes back to it later at the end. I just felt I would have rather that been kind of where he matured into that, not like, oh, we already got mature Rand with a little angst, and then we get mature Rand again at the end. I don't know.
Well,
I would like to have seen a little growth there in that Rand's concept or his understanding of it, not just we're already solving what was something that later on we come back to and Shamael tries to kind of attack. So
that may be a book reader's point of view, because as a book reader, I thought the entire series was going like lightning fast, jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing, and watching it with a non-book reader, they're like, this is going so slow. Come on, get going. You know, let's go.
yeah,
So
it could be. I felt like they did that a couple of times where they were just kind of hitting us in the face with like, see, they already figured it out. Like you kind of get that with Tam's speech with Rand early on with the lanterns. Like there's a lot of stuff that gets signaled at the end of the series, like big things that we come to conclusions with. And yes, it's okay to kind of drop things in, but I feel like it was kind of a hammer over the head versus something more subtle. But anyways, let me answer this one. Who will break the next piece of season 2 news? Watt series did take this with 36%, but it's actually well split. 25% on cast member, 20% Watt up. Twitter chaos. If you're out there, not that much love. 19% on this. Prove all these people wrong. Give us some news.
Nope.
Okay, so let me ask this last one before we give away the mug. Once this last poll ends, I'll ask everybody what they thought about the scene. We'll do the mug, and we'll let you go for this evening. Let's do it after this one. I think this is the
Mountain
21st
Confessions.
scene.
I thought this last one was the last one.
That's what I'm saying. Is this? We're just taking a poll on this one.
Oh, okay.
Confessions.
Oh, I got it.
Mountain Confessions.
This is just the poll, everybody. We're not watching another one. We're ending on this one so we can start it on a really good scene. Just kidding. Okay. What would you do with the 21st scene? Confessions. I'm curious there. Yeah, I agree with that. Carrie said, I think as book readers, we want to see everything that builds our characters, but the show will show it differently. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. Oh, there's a love for this character and this scene. I'm not surprised. Everyone wants that kind of like...
So soft.
Everyone wants the soft scene between them. I get it. Okay. While you vote on that, we're going to click... Is this one, Taylor, right here? I can't see what you're showing in the screen here. Oh, yeah. You're not even in the scene yet.
There's a
Where's
cat. There's half a cat.
Where's the
I'm
cat
leaning into it to try to see the cat.
I couldn't see the cat. But anyways. Oh, on that side, I missed the cat on that side. Oh, let me see. This is Wayne. Wayne's amazing.
It is not an inn without an innkeeper's cat.
Yeah, Wayne is.
Where's Bruce?
Wayne is the best.
You have a Bruce and you have a Wayne.
We have a Grayson and a Wayne and a Clark. Okay, so here we go. Let's start a giveaway here for the Dusty Wheel mug. You have a good chance to win a mug tonight, everybody. There's not as many people here in live chat with us. Only 100 people are voting, so this is your chance. This is your chance. Let me start the giveaway for a Dusty Wheel mug. And don't enter until we actually see that reflected in the chat. It will say you can enter, and then go ahead and do that. There it is. Exclamation point raffle. One word. If you want to enter the giveaway for the mug, you can go ahead and put that in. Don't enter twice. It's not going to matter. You'll just infuriate the mods because you just keep on putting or exclamation point raffle. Make sure it's like Anasta's comment. Where's wax? There's no wax. Just a Wayne in this one. So okay, who do you think? You guys have been in chat tonight. Todd, who do you think is going to win tonight's raffle? You're seeing lots of exclamation point raffles in here. What's your guess? Give us a guess.
Drew.
You think Drew? Okay. Who do you think, Mary? Who's going to win this one?
The name I saw was Skeeterish.
Skeeterish. You think Skeeterish is going to win? And for you, Natalia, who do you think is going to win?
Uno's eye patch.
Uno's eye patch. Taylor, do you have a guess?
Innkeeper's wife.
That'd be hilarious if Innkeeper's wife won it. Riss wife said, "Did I just see Innkeeper's wife enter the raffle?"
Find her on her rock where she's sitting because she's mad at you.
I know.
You don't
That's
have the white one. I
that's
want
how.
the white one so
look,
bad.
I always like to give away the mugs. You know.
That's not. I don't.
That's
like
why the
not
Innkeeper's
giving
wife
away
doesn't
the
have a
mugs.
mug.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Has everyone entered? Please take a moment. Oh, we'll answer this poll while people are entering. 111 votes. What would you do with the 21st scene? 75% said cut it, which I agree. No, I'm just kidding. You all said keep it. So you can have it. Have that scene.
Wait, keep which one?
Thanks.
They want the Egwene Rand commiseration, like they've solved everything in the first
sit and
20
rock
minutes of the
scene.
show. Yeah, they want that one.
Gotcha.
Just kidding, everybody. Chill out. I'm not really kidding, but
I'm not either.
yeah. Okay, so let's. You've all hopefully had a chance to enter the raffle. Exclamation point raffle is the option here. I still see people kind of throwing it. MR Howley's in. Mug me Wild Gardenia. Okay, I'm gonna close entries. 5, 4, 3. They're never gonna get it because they're gonna hear it, right? So close entries. Here we go. Picking a winner. Thank you for being here tonight. Oh, thank you, Miss Sarah James, for that.
Oh, wow.
For a mug for the Innkeeper's wife if she doesn't win. Wow, that's some love. That's very kind of you. Okay, here we go. Pick this winner. Dwayne Swab is our winner tonight. Dwayne, thank you very much for playing. I don't know if that's what they say, right? You won. Which one?
Minus. Right.
Where? This one? Yeah. Okay.
Damn it, I was too late.
I haven't welcomed you. Dwayne, congratulations. Hopefully you see that. Please get a hold of me on Discord, which if you'd like to keep the conversation going, you didn't agree, you can always jump over to Discord after the show. Join in. We jump into voice chat, and it's kind of like that 10 to 20 fans get together and just continue chatting through the evening and night, and it's a lot of fun if you want to do that. Or you can jump into social media and just send me a note there. For those of you that have won in the last 2 months, there hasn't been a sale in like 6 or 7 weeks. So don't worry, I will go back and find all of those and miss like one person, and then you won't get your mug, but everybody else will, and that's just how this works.
You'll get your mug, and
you'll
Matt
get
will
it eventually.
Some gilts.
I mean, we've given away at least 200 or 300 of these mugs by now.
Really?
Yeah.
We gotta start doing shirts eventually.
I know. It's weird that we haven't done that.
Aprons.
I get it.
Come on, aprons.
Yeah.
We know that Matt's not good with numbers.
Exactly. That's true. I was up to like algebra. Like I rocked at the times tables. Like, man, like they did those like 100 like the young kids don't know what I'm talking about, but they had like a sheet with holes in it. It was like 10 by 10, and you would do a math assignment, you'd like,
Punch
or you
them,
just do
yeah.
math times table things, and I would win that thing. I always be like, put my pencil down. I love times table. Then I hit algebra, and I was like, I hate math. Math's dumb. So,
Holes in it?
yeah, like this grid, so you could like reuse it. Like you just
So
like do it on a piece of
computers
paper,
used
so you
to
could, like,
work off
reuse
of punch cards.
You'd reuse the grid.
It sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah. Oh, really?
We'll buy you one, Taylor.
Oliver's ear says the mug does arrive. Yeah. For anyone worried that you're not going to get a mug someday, they do actually show up. This isn't we're not kidding when you say, but
It just very much is eventually.
yeah, eventually, exactly. Well, thank you three for being here tonight. Mary, it's gotten
So much
dark
fun.
over where you're at.
Yes, it has.
What did Natalia say? What did I say? Oh, what was it?
It's right there.
Yes, exactly.
That would be awesome.
Really, I don't believe Matt's not good at math. Look, trigonometry almost killed me. Pre-calc, I flunked pre-calc. It wasn't good.
You kept going though. You
Yeah.
kept going. Good for
No,
you.
I stopped.
I took algebra 1 in college, so
You turned out just fine, Matt. We're okay.
Fantasy fiction.
Good. Phew.
Turns out you didn't need
Yeah.
math.
Yes, I didn't need that much. That's for sure. Okay, not to be an innkeeper. That's You don't need pre-calc for anyone curious to become an innkeeper. Don't need pre-calc. Maybe you do to be successful. I don't know. Okay. So
Maybe you're not the best innkeeper.
exactly.
Maybe, you don't know.
Thank you all for being here. I have no idea what you're all still doing here in chat. You guys are awesome. Again, thank you very much to Miss Sarah James. It's very kind of you for a mug for Innkeeper's wife if she doesn't win. There you go. To my wife, a mug. We got to order a mug for you. So that has to happen.
And me eventually.
Oh, whatever. And yes, to my original crew here, I do need to get other fans on and like new readers and new viewers of the show on this one. But it was awesome to have you back here. Thanks for showing up and talking about this. And like I said, maybe next Wednesday I'm going to have like weeks scheduled next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
Let me ask everybody. I'll poll everybody as our last poll tonight. Do you believe next Wednesday
You should have made it like a
will be the day I announce at least 4. I don't want to go too long. 4 weeks.
No,
of
4 makes sense.
Dusty Wheel shows.
Anything over
At least
4.
4. How about 6? A 4. And then yes, no. Yeah, we'll just do yes or no.
Yes, no, and then what?
Yes, no, change it.
Yes, no. Do you believe? Oh yeah, here we go. No, it's too weird. I don't like I don't like manufacturing.
Sure.
Wow, that hurts. That hurts right there. Innkeeper's wife with trolling me. Thanks a lot. That's like saying Taylor will read the books.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to admit to anything now?
I don't. Have
Shots
to say
fired.
That I'll read the
Shots
books
fired.
anymore.
Whoa, see, I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, so please do. Wow, the no's winning. That hurts everybody.
Don't let him off the hook. Vote yes.
60%.
60-40.
There's only like 63 votes. Is that like all the people that are
63.
left? Okay. Oh,
I have
it's going
faith in you,
down.
Matt.
If it goes to 65.
Wow. Even my mods are even saying nope. Wow. Thanks a lot, Dana. Ouch. Time is not on your side. Wow. Thank you, Christina. Finally, we believe in you. That's better.
Hey, 62. You went down
62%. No way.
X-Man comments.
I mean, Frank does make a point here. There's too much going on. That's true. That is true. That's true. There's a lot going on, Frank. So if you voted no because of that, I agree with that.
Okay,
we're not going to end this show until 100 votes. Are there enough people to get in here?
Okay.
86 votes. That's it, everybody. We're not ending until 100 votes.
It's
So
good
keep
enough.
going,
We have
Taylor.
more than 184 likes.
88 votes.
Nice.
If you want the show to end, vote on
But
this
we
freaking
don't
poll.
want-
Are there even like 100 people in this in the chat?
Yeah, I think you got 200.
There's only 88 votes. They're not going to let the show end. So what's going on,
90
Natalia?
votes?
Oh,
some
90
of
votes.
some of us have to pee like Moraine did in the bathtub.
This is I like this. This is clear reverse psychology. Yes, I have faith. I'm loving it. Thanks everybody. 94 votes. We're almost there. Todd needs to use the bathroom. We need to end the show. We need 6 more votes.
I'm starving.
While you're here, you want to eat. Taylor needs to eat.
I need to go. My restaurant closes at 11. We got to get out of here.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the pie.
Man.
Sorry.
Wow. Are you going to bring home some pizza or something? 98 votes. 2 more votes, and we can end this. And Todd can go to the bathroom. Taylor can go to the pie. And
then we'll get Manfear.
100 votes. There we go.
And then we got Manfear.
59%. Yes.
Yay, man.
You did it. Thank you. You let us end the show.
I think he's ignoring me, Todd.
You're not ever going to get Manfear at this rate. I haven't seen
Yeah, there's no way.
It's actually the Tweeter of Chaos and the Wheel of Time. They need to break some news. Break some news if you ever want to see Manfear. That's what I'm saying.
It's all I'm saying is they didn't even get what is it?
What? Say it. I don't know. Say it.
Ladfear.
Oh yeah, we haven't gotten to Ladfear yet. So
yeah.
And on this note, I think this is a good one. There are no endings. On that note, thank you 3 for being with me. Todd needs to use the bathroom. We'll let him go. And Taylor, thanks for jumping in. And congratulations to Dwayne. And 58% of you said no. So there we go. No surprises next week, apparently. Have a good one, everybody. As we say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel. And smash to black. You went right to kill it. Look at you. You're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the 2 rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm not white.
I see Lukomi as something along the lines of a Shida Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Pair of like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
This is not just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
and
elements.
Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guests in here with me. And
probably, I would say, put in 70, 80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no,